Have you ever wondered what your dog is trying to tell you? Dogs might not speak our language, but they're excellent communicators if you know how to read their signals. From the wag of their tail to the way they look into your eyes, every movement and sound carries a message. In this video, we're diving into the fascinating world of dog communication. We'll explore how to interpret their body language, vocalizations, and behaviors so you can truly understand what your furry friend is thinking and feeling. Strengthening this bond doesn't just make life more enjoyable, it also ensures your dog feels heard, loved, and secure. So, let's decode the language of dogs and take a step closer to understanding your best friend like never before. 1. Observe body language. Let's start with the most obvious way dogs communicate, through their body language. A dog's entire body is like a canvas, painting a picture of their emotions and intentions. But here's the catch. It's not always as straightforward as it seems. Take their tail, for example. Most people think a wagging tail equals a happy dog, but that's not always the case. The position, speed, and even stiffness of the wag tell a deeper story. A low, gentle wag often means your dog feels relaxed and playful, while a stiff, raised tail with rapid movements might signal tension or excitement. Then there's posture. Is your dog standing tall and confident? Or are they crouching with their body close to the ground? A rigid stance could indicate they're on high alert, while a relaxed, floppy posture says, "I'm feeling great." But don't stop there. Look at the whole picture. Combine their tail movements with their overall stance, and you'll get a clearer sense of what they're feeling. Dogs are masters at expressing themselves, but it's up to us to pay close attention to the subtle details. 2. Pay attention to vocalizations. Now let's tune in to what your dog is saying. Literally, dogs are vocal creatures, and while they might not use words, their barks, growls, and whines are full of meaning. The secret is learning to differentiate between their tones and patterns. For example, barking. A sharp, quick bark might be your dog saying, "Hey, something's up." While a series of low, drawn-out barks could mean they're feeling uneasy or even protective. And then there's the excited, rapid-fire barking that just screams, "I'm so happy to see you." Whining and whimpering are another vocal clue. These sounds often signal that your dog needs something, whether it's attention, comfort, or simply a way out of boredom. But pay close attention to the context. Is it a soft whine at your feet, or are they pacing and whining loudly? Each scenario can point to a different emotion. Growling is one vocalization you should never ignore. While it's often a warning to back off, it can also happen during playtime, especially with tug of war. Knowing when your dog is play growling versus truly upset can make all the difference in how you respond. Remember, vocalizations are just one part of the puzzle. Always pair what you hear with their body language for a full understanding of what your dog is trying to tell you. 3. Notice their eyes. Now, let's talk about your dog's eyes. The windows to their soul, and one of the most expressive tools they use to communicate. A dog's gaze can reveal everything from excitement to unease, but understanding these subtle cues takes practice. When your dog's eyes are wide open and alert, it's often a sign they're paying close attention to something important. Maybe they're waiting for a treat, or perhaps they've spotted a squirrel they can't resist. But if that intense stare is paired with a stiff body, it could mean they're feeling tense or even issuing a challenge. On the other hand, soft squinting or blinking is like your dog's way of smiling. It's a sign they're relaxed, comfortable, or even playful. If your dog gives you a cheeky wink, it might just be their way of saying, "Hey, I'm in a good mood." However, frequent blinking or squinting shouldn't be overlooked. While it could be a communication cue, it might also indicate discomfort or an eye issue that needs a vet's attention. Your dog's eyes are incredibly expressive, but they rarely work alone. Combine what you see in their gaze with their other signals, and you'll unlock an even deeper understanding of what's going on in their world. 4. Understand ears and tail. The ears and tail are like your dog's built-in communication tools, and together they can tell you a lot about what your pup is feeling. But understanding these signals means looking at the bigger picture. They don't work in isolation. Let's start with the ears. If your dog's ears are perked up and pointing forward, they're likely alert and curious, maybe even excited about something in their environment. But if those ears are pulled back flat against their head, it's a clear sign of fear, stress, or submission. Some dogs, especially when feeling uncertain, may only pull one ear back, often the left one, particularly in unfamiliar situations. Now, onto the tail. While a wagging tail is often seen as a universal sign of happiness, the position and movement can completely change its meaning. A high, stiff wag might signal excitement or dominance, whereas a low, slow wag suggests a more cautious or submissive mood. If the tail is tucked between the legs, it's a classic sign of fear or discomfort. Here's an interesting tip. Watch how the ears and tail work together. For example, if the ears are back and the tail is tucked, your dog might be feeling overwhelmed. But if their ears are relaxed and their tail is wagging freely, you've got a happy and comfortable pup on your hands. The key is learning to observe these subtle combinations. By paying close attention to these small movements, you'll start to understand your dog's emotions on a whole new level. 5. Behavioral patterns. Finally, let's dive into one of the most revealing aspects of dog communication, their behavioral patterns. Dogs are creatures of habit, and the way they act in different situations can tell you volumes about how they're feeling and what they need. For instance, have you noticed your dog rolling over and exposing their belly? This isn't just an invitation for belly rubs, it's a huge sign of trust. By showing their most vulnerable side, your dog is saying, "I feel safe with you." On the flip side, a dog who avoids eye contact, lowers their body, or hides might be feeling insecure or overwhelmed. Pay close attention to behaviors like yawning, licking their lips, or shaking their body. While yawning can simply mean your dog is tired, it's also a sign of nervousness in new environments or around unfamiliar dogs. Lip licking can indicate stress or discomfort, while a full body shake, outside of bath time, can help your dog release tension. Ever seen your dog rest their paw on your knee or lean against you? These gestures are all about connection. While leaning is often a way to seek comfort or closeness, placing a paw on you can sometimes be a sign of dominance. It's important to read the context and respond accordingly to reinforce positive communication. By understanding these behavioral cues, you'll start to see patterns unique to your dog. This insight can help you anticipate their needs, address their concerns, and ultimately strengthen the bond you share. Understanding your dog is a journey, and every little detail you learn about them strengthens the bond you share. By paying attention to their body language, vocalizations, and behavioral patterns, you'll start to pick up on the cues that tell you exactly how they're feeling. The more you tune into their unique communication style, the more you'll be able to respond to their needs and create a relationship built on trust and understanding. If you found today's tips helpful, don't forget to give us a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for more insights into your dog's world. We love sharing useful information that can help you connect better with your furry companion. Got any questions or thoughts about dog communication? Drop them in the comments below. We'd love to hear from you. Thanks so much for watching, and we can't wait to see you in the next video. Until then, keep learning and keep loving your dog.